Welcome to Baycats TV and some new faces in the booth today. Not your usual crew, but Dylan and Sam filling in. It's Christmas night at the park today, and the Baycats on a little bit of a losing streak, but they're going to look to bounce back tonight. Sam, what do you got for us?
Well, they're facing a team that they've been 9-0 dating back to 2022. The last time the Toronto Maple Leafs beat the Barrie Baycats was the 2022 playoffs in Toronto at Christie Pitts. That was a sweep for the Leafs, and ever since then, Barrie has been dominant. They're looking to continue that tonight as they get set for what should be a bounce-back weekend, Dylan.
Yeah, they got their ace on the mound. Frank says back in action, and we're going to send it over to PA announcer Julius Hern on the call.
Boys and girls, welcome to Vintage Throne Stadium for season number 23 of Barrie Baycats Baseball. Tonight's Inter-County Baseball League game features the visiting Toronto Maple Leafs and your Barrie Baycats. Here are the starting lineups. First for the Toronto Maple Leafs, managed by Rob Butler. Batting first, the designated hitter number 5, Jordan Castaldo. Batting second, the second baseman number 6, Dan Mara. Batting third, the third baseman, number 17, Jonathan Salazzo. Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 28, Marcus Connect. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 8, Ryan Dos Santos. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 35, Lucas Alberti. Batting seventh, first baseman, number 44, Cole Murchison. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 22, Dionysius Chialtis. And batting ninth, the shortstop, number 1, Jose Benicio. On the mound for the Maple Leafs, the starter, number 33, Sam Green. And now, the starting lineup for your Barrie Baycats, managed by Josh Matlow. Batting first, the center fielder, number 9, Kanis Ijo. Batting second, the right fielder, number 95, Noel McGarry Doyle. Batting third, at third base, number 55, Hayden Jaco. In the cleanup spot, the left fielder, number 20, Nolan Nacabrota. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 29, Malik Williams. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 27, Ryan Rio. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 26, Adam On. Batting eighth, catching this evening, number 44, Tyler Plumpton. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 3, Carson Burns. And on the mound for your Baycats, the starting pitcher, number 97, Frank Garces. Here are the umpires for tonight's ball game, calling the balls and strikes, Don Michel. At first base, Chubba Vey, and at third base, Preston Hughes. Fans, tonight is a very festive night, as it is Christmas in July at the ballpark. We hope you're wearing your Santa hats, Christmas socks, and holiday sweaters for later on. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you're able to and remove your caps for the playing of O Canada. special guest throwing out tonight's ceremonial first pitch. Coming all the way from the North Pole, fans, please welcome Santa Claus. Santa, it's your pitch.
And here we are for Baycats baseball in Barrie. You're hearing that right. It is Christmas in July. Santa Claus taking some pictures there with our photographer Bob Hurley, and we are set to go. Baycats ace back on the mound. It's Frank Garces. Sam, what do we have in store?
Oh my, well, last year he was very dominant. No one could touch him. This year, he's kind of still getting used to things. He's trying out some new things, and you know what? No better way to have a good start tonight than against Toronto, a game that you can win 10 in a row. If the Baycats win this game, that'll be 10 in a row against the Leafs, as we mentioned off the top. And Frank Garces is honestly the perfect guy to do it, right behind Cesar Rosado. What a surprise he's been. I don't think he's been a surprise, but Rosado, pitcher of the week. We'll see him later on, but Frank Garces gets the start tonight. Baycats ace heading into the season, and I think we should expect nothing less than a quality start, and hopefully the Baycats win from him.
You mentioned it earlier. We will definitely be talking about Cesar Rosado later on. If you missed it, the IBL Pitcher of the Week. But tonight, we've got the Baycats ace Frank Garces. Last year tossed a 2.47 ERA in 72 innings pitched. And boy, the Baycats are hoping he can get back on track tonight and toss another gem, as he's done so many times for the Cats.
Frank Garces gets in his warm-up tosses to catcher Tyler Plumpton. Garces, with the recent All-Star voting update, is in position to be an All-Star. Voting closes tomorrow, so fans, get your votes in. Make sure Frank is in the All-Star game. That is into place where he had success last year, especially in the finals. Through a complete game in Game 1 of the IBL Finals, Barrie would end up winning that game on a Kenise Ejo go-ahead home run. And we are just about ready for baseball here, Dylan.
I'm pumped up and ready to go. Leading off for the Toronto Maple Leafs is Jordan Castaldo, the DH tonight. Coming into the game, batting a very respectful .281, and he will step into the left side of the batter's box against our lefty, Frank Garces.
Yeah, and Castaldo got a little bit of booze last time he came back here. Obviously, former Baycats legend. Speaking of that, we actually had a number retirement ceremony last Sunday with 4 Baycats getting their numbers retired. I imagine Castaldo is going to have that number retired once he's done in this league, but we'll just have to wait and see as we get the first pitch here from Garces.
First pitch is a called strike. Count goes to 0-1. Castaldo not liking that call.
Home plate umpire is Don Michelle, and he'll call that another strike.
0-2 to the former Baycat. He's going to step out and take his time here.
Castaldo, a very patient hitter. He's not a big chase guy. He'll wait, he'll take his walks, but obviously he's got that tremendous power that Garces is trying to pitch away from.
It looks to be a good one from Frank Garces tonight. Starts it off with a 3-pitch strikeout as Dan Mara steps into the plate, the second baseman tonight.
Dan, part of the three Mara brothers on the Leafs. Justin not in the lineup tonight. And Adam Mara is a relief pitcher for them. Might see him later on.
Shows bunt on the first pitch, but pulls it back. It is 1-0. Second pitch, a called strike. Brings the count to 1-1. Seen a very aggressive Frank Garces early on.
Yeah, and if you're Garces, you really want to attack these Leafs hitters. They're very disciplined, but if you can get ahead with strike one, you're going to be in a good spot.
That one ripped into right, and a diving Noel McGarry-Doyle comes up with the second out of the inning. We've seen so many plays just like that this year. What a benefit it has been having Noel McGarry-Doyle out there in right field this year.
Yeah, and let's get you to the defense for the Baycats. Noel McGarry-Doyle just making that catch. He's in right, Ejo in center, and Nolan Macabrota in left. Around the infield, it's Jaco at third, Burns at short, Odd at second, and Ryan Rio playing first base today, and Tyler Plumpton behind the plate for Frank Garces.
You mentioned Macabrota getting the start in left field. Is that the first time this year? It must be.
One of the first times. He's normally an infielder playing first base, but I think he's played in left a few times already. But like you said, very rare to see him playing the outfield.
And that one popped up in the air. Carson Burns moving back on it, and he is not going to get there. It drops in for a bloop single.
Yeah, and that will be scored an infield single. You know how I know, Dylan?
How do you know that, Sam?
I'm the official scorer tonight.
There you go. Not going to need to look far whenever we need a scoring play. Going to do a lot of multitasking tonight. Sam's got a lot of work on his plate. I'll try to do my best to pick up the slack here. 2 outs and one runner on first. We're in the top of the first inning here. Frank Garces.
We're all working together here.
Definitely are. As Frank Garces into the motion. First pitch is low for a ball. Marcus Knack, the right fielder, batting .258 coming into this game. Very respectable .258. Takes the first 2 pitches. We're at 2-0.
Yeah, I guess my excuse for not talking for I don't know, but I gotta input this stuff in here. So.
No, you got a lot of work on your plate. I don't know if I could do it. Multitasking, not really my greatest strength.
You know what? It's not really mine either, though.
Well, it will have to be tonight, Sam, because I don't want to be the only one talking on this mic tonight. We're going to be a dynamic duo. Ben and Julius, if they're listening, their jobs are in jeopardy. Because we're going to rock it tonight, and
I'll tell you right now,
Dylan, I think Julius is listening to us right now. He's on PA tonight.
And doing a terrific
Davy
job
on assignment.
as well.
Julius and Ben will be right back with you on Saturday. Baycats taking on the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers for another Junior Baycats Day. That starts at 4:05.
That one grounded to shortstop. Carson Burns diving, picks it up, throws it to second. What a terrific play for the out. Great scoop. We've seen so many like that from Carson Burns. And that'll take us to the bottom of the first inning. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
The best of the Intercounty Baseball League descend on the Rose City on July 20th as the 2023 Dominico Cup champion Welland Jackfish and Welland Stadium host the 2024 Intercounty Baseball League All-Star Showdown and Home Run Derby.
From basic to cosmetic dentistry, Smiles on ESSA Dental has all your dental needs covered to knock your oral health out of the park.
Hi, I'm Christy Fans from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Moving.ca. For all your moving needs for over 35 years, Moving.ca. The original 2 men who just happen to be small, who make moving stress-free. 2 small men with big hearts moving. We always have a big heart for you at Moving.ca.
At Domino's, mix and match any 2 or more pizzas and sides for just $8.99 each. Like when pizza night's more like pizza and lava cakes night, or pasta and stuffed cheesy bread night, or we're gonna need a bigger table night. Mix and match Canada's favorite pizza and more at Domino's.
Bottom of the first inning here at Vintage Throne Stadium. The first inning of play is brought to you by McDonald's Barrie, home of the free fries with 5 Baycat strikeouts.
And leading off for the Baycats, it's Kenise Ejo, a very possible candidate for the All-Star game coming up in Welland. What a terrific season it's been from Kenise Ejo. Just a 5-tool player who can do it all, standing in center field this afternoon. And Sam, what can you say about Canisius? I mean, what is there other to say than fantastic? He's really been able to do it all for the Baycats this year.
Yeah, I think you mentioned all of it. Just vote for Canisius. Get him to the All-Star game. Voting ends tomorrow. We're going to mention this a lot tonight, but we need Canisius in the All-Star game, guys.
As that one's flied into right field. Looks playable for the right fielder, and it will be. Canisius batting a whopping .383 entering tonight's game. 31 hits in 81 at-bats. You know what's better than .383? How about a .500 average, which Noel McGarry-Doyle carries in tonight in only 34 at-bats. But what a boost it was to have Noel back in the batter's box this season for the Baycats. He was a question mark whether Josh Matlow was going to be able to pick him up, but here he is back for another summer, and the Baycats very lucky to have his strengths for this season.
Yeah, and talk about another guy who could really deserve an All-Star appearance too, and Noel McGarry-Doyle. Just not enough games played for the young phenom.
And the 1-0 from Green, taken for a strike. Now, I don't know if you noticed this, Sam, Noel McGarry-Doyle opting for no batting gloves tonight.
Yeah, we've seen Tyler Plumpton do that a lot. Tyler Plumpton's the guy who rocks the no batting gloves, but for Noel, I'm always used to seeing him with batting gloves, so good catch there, Dylan.
As that one's flied into left field in foul territory, that one's going to drop. Yep. No batting gloves for Noel. Interesting, bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. Noel, a player who on most outfield lineups would probably find himself in center, but we mentioned it, with Canisius patrolling duties in center, Noel going to find himself in right field. So much speed, 5-tool player, as he's looking to get himself on a 1-2 count here with one away. Taken inside for a ball, 2-2. Green comes set. Check swing right down the middle, and Noel McGarry-Doyle, a backwards K to start off his night tonight. 2 away for third baseman Hayden Jaco.
Yeah, right off the bat, I noticed that Jaco has a new walk-up song as well.
Jaco has been all over the place with his walk-up songs. I believe he had Little Einstein as his walk-up song last year. I asked him about that. I can't remember what he said, but he's one of many Baycats who have had questionable walk-up songs. Plumpton had some Taylor Swift. I asked him about that. He said that his kids picked it out, so very respectable indeed. Have to ask Jaco about his change in his walk-up song. As the first pitch is taken low for a ball, it's 1-0. Jaco's yet another player on the Baycats All-Star ballot. As we've already mentioned about 100 times so far, make sure you're voting for your Baycats for the All-Star game in Welland. As that one's hit up the middle, it will be a single. Hayden Jaco should be a 2024 All-Star. Make sure you get him there as he starts it off with a single. Baycats going to start a little bit of a 2-out rally here with Nolan Macabrota, the left fielder, coming up to the plate for his first at-bat of the day.
Yeah, I mean, going off of what you said about Jaco, he's in a position to go to the All-Star game, but he needs your help. He's got to stay in that position because there's a lot of votes so far. Everyone's voting, which is great to see, but Jaco needs your help to send him to Welland for the All-Star Showdown is what they're calling it.
And for all those listening, where can they do that, Sam? How can all these listeners vote for these Baycats and get them into the All-Star game?
Well, you can go to the ibl.ca/vote, or we actually have a portal for that on our site as well, barriebaycats.com/vote.
That one sliced foul will bring the count to 0-1. There you have it, folks. No excuse to not get your Baycats to Welland for the All-Star game. So many different ways to put them on a ballot and get them over there. Macabrota, another one who maybe a dark horse, has been awesome this year, has definitely shown some power at times. 3 home runs on the year, 10 RBIs, and a .341 average. The 0-1. Taken low, Hayden Jaco sliding back into first base. That'll bring the count to 1-1. Screen comes set. And the pitch. Breaking ball outside for the second ball of the at-bat. And what a terrific addition Nolan Macabrota has been for the Baycats this year. He's been finding most of his fielding opportunities at first base, tonight in left field. That one inside, another ball. Batted for a high average, 341, also shown a lot of pop, and another one of these bats that Josh Matlow has added to the lineup that has paid major dividends in what is going to end up being a major lineup that most pitchers will fear.
And still not at full strength yet.
Absolutely, as that one's popped up. Shortstop calls off third base and makes the play over in left field. That'll do it for the Baycats. It's 0-0 after one. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
One left on base.
From basic to cosmetic dentistry, Smiles on Essa Dental has all your dental needs covered to knock your oral health out of the park. Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
And welcome back for the second inning at Vintage Throne Stadium. It's Christmas in July, even though there's no snow. Santa throwing out the first pitch tonight for the Baycats. And the leadoff for the Toronto Maple Leafs, it is Ryan Dos Santos, the 4-year IBL veteran.
Dos Santos in left field tonight.
Bunting on the first pitch, sends it foul over towards the Toronto Maple Leafs dugout. They'll retry at 0-1.
Sneaky power as well for Dos Santos. If you leave one over the plate, he might launch one, but
well, no doubt, as that one's taken for the second strike of the at-bat. He's launched 4 over the fence this season, and that's not an easy thing to do for a left-handed bat playing at the Maple Leaf Stadium.
well, especially with the new wall they got in there. Yeah,
That's what I was getting at. Yeah, if you've been down in Toronto, it's almost like a green monster of sorts on the opposite side of the field, making it almost impossible to send them out there. But Dos Santos has definitely been able to do that. 4 on the year.
Yeah, and if there's any lineup that can hit the ball to right field with authority, it's the Leafs. They have a number of left-handed power bats. Talk about Jonathan Salazzo was in the home run race last year with Tyler Duncan, Jordan Castaldo, who we mentioned, and Ryan Dos Santos, and Justin Marr, who's not in the lineup tonight, but he's got a bunch of power as well.
That one grounded to shortstop. Adam Odd going to pick it up and fire to first for the first out of the inning. No problem for Adam Odd. Also worth noting, Ryan Rio, usually the DH, but tonight at first base, we've seen that play out a few times this season where Ryan Rio getting some action in the field. And I don't want to jinx anything, but he's looked pretty good.
He's looked
pretty
very
strong
good.
out there.
He's had 2 or 3 starts at first base. Yeah, he started first time in Chatham, I believe, at first base.
Now, having said that, this ball is going to be grounded to first, and Ryan Rio's about to make an error right after we mentioned that. Let's hope there's no announcer's jinx on that one.
Yeah, I mean, he normally comes up to the booth to play the batting practice playlist every day, and if he hears you say that on the broadcast, you better hope that you're not there.
0-2. Are you one who believes in an announcer's jinx, Sam?
Well, trying to remember. I think I do believe it, actually. I'm very superstitious sometimes, actually, but I don't know. I just feel like there's just something about commentators where if you say something, the players just magically hear it. And we're not that far away from the field here in Barrie.
You're not superstitious, you're a little stitious, Sam, as that one's fouled off. The fifth pitch of the at-bat coming up, still 0-2.
Yeah, if you look on your screen right now, we're actually in the top left of your screen. Right under that big blue, I don't know, big blue wall on the top left.
Yeah. No, they'll hear us if we get really loud up here. The 0-2, taken low for a ball. Great take there from Alberti.
Yeah, Lucas Alberti, one of the junior call-ups at least have had consistently throughout this season. He's done a good job for them and replace some of their more regular guys.
Strike three. And
that strikeout's brought to you by IMP North. 2 away now.
The first baseman, number 44.
Well, speaking of announcers' jinxes, Sam, I don't want to jinx anything more, but Frank Garces has looked like the vintage Frank Garces tonight, as we're through 5 outs and 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, and just another heads up, we mentioned it off the top, but if Garces gets 5 strikeouts tonight, that means free fries for everyone at the ballpark from McDonald's. Each strikeout brought to you by IMP North, and every fan in this ballpark, even if you're a Leafs fan, really, you want Garces to get 5 strikeouts if you're in the ballpark, so you can go home with some free fries.
I would say usually Garces is going to match that. 5 would be the minimum, I'd say. Getting close to there already as we're on a 3-0 count here.
Yeah, not used to this if you're Garces getting behind 3-0. You got to find a way back here.
And he does for strike number 1. Moves the count to 3-1 with 2 outs in the inning. A little bit of a quick pitch, gets a fly ball out to left field. Carson Burns moving back. Nolan Macabroda, my apologies, makes the catch out there in left field. That'll do it for the Toronto Maple Leafs in the second inning. We'll see you again in the bottom of the second. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend. From basic to cosmetic dentistry, Smiles on Essa Dental has all your dental needs covered to knock your oral health out of the park. BarrieToday.com. Local news, weather, Baycat scores, and more. BarrieToday.com. Your community, your news.
It's the bottom of the second inning here at the ballpark. Christmas in July, and the second inning is brought to you by JC Unlimited Contracting. Design, supply, build, renovate, servicing Simcoe region for over a decade.
Sam Green going to maneuver his way through the 5, 6, and 7 hitters here. And for Green, his third year in the IBL, coming to this game sporting a 6.45 ERA. Looking to get that down today. He's already on the right track after a scoreless first inning.
I'm expecting Nolan Macabroda to get a lot of good pitches to hit tonight. And I know he just came up last inning, but I say that because look who's batting after him, Malik Williams. Not a bad guy to have up leading off an inning. He's got a lot of power. He's just an all-around terrific hitter. And if they pitch around Macabroda, they're going to have to face Malik Williams with a runner on. He bats here.
Absolutely right, Sam, as the 0-1 is taken high for a ball. And that's what I mean with my comment earlier. If the Baycats, who have scored not as many runs as I believe we all think they're capable of in their last few games, if they can get this lineup going, I mean, you have Adam Odd in the 7 slot, Sam. That is a powerful lineup. If I did say so myself, that one's taken for a ball.
At full potential, that's just gross.
I can't think of many lineups 1 through 7 that are that just can send one over the fence. Yeah, that deep is the word I'm looking for. As the 2-1 is swung and missed by Malik Williams, and even Tyler Plumpton and Carson Burns. Tyler Plumpton, I will say, has been a very, very he's exceeded expectations, at least for me this season. No batting gloves, no problem for Tyler Plumpton. He's been able to rip singles into the gap, no problem this year.
Well, as they take a mound visit here, Tyler Plumpton, he had a really good 2022 season, batted over 350 as we're going to get a look at one of the umpires here.
I believe that that pitch may have caught him in the chest area.
Yeah, it was a foul off from Malik Williams, and
we just hope he's okay. Well, we have a break here, Sam. I'd love to talk about Cesar Rosado with the IBL Pitcher of the Week. What an amazing job he has done for this pitching staff so far this year.
Yeah, Cesar Rosado last start against Brantford on Sunday. 12 strikeouts, actually 12 or 13 strikeouts against the Brantford Red Sox.
I believe it was 12, as the Baycats' record is 14. He was just 2 away, and if he pitched a full game, he might have been able to get there.
Frank Garces is probably up there on that list too, eh?
That one taken low for a called strike 3. Malik Williams will take the walk back to the dugout, and Ryan Rio will take his walk into the batter's box. And you mentioned it, Frank Garces also going to be a candidate to match that 14 strikeouts. I believe the two who have set the Baycats record were Guerrero and Roy. Angus Roy and Emilio Guerrero are tied for the Baycats record for strikeouts in a game. Cesar Rosado got close with 12, but he'll have many more opportunities this season to get to 14 or maybe 15. Ryan Rio does not go on the first pitch, moves the count to 1-0. And Rosado, so far this year, a 1.74 ERA, just terrific in 31 innings pitched. And in those 31 innings pitched, 44 strikeouts, Sam. Just absolutely absurd. Pitch number 2, taken for another ball. Good
He's
eye
had
by
very
Rio.
good success with command of his off-speed pitches, and when you can do that with a fastball he has, you're going to have a lot of success in this league.
That one cut on and missed by Rio, and you're totally right, Sam. 12 hits allowed in 31 innings. What an addition this has been to the Baycats pitching staff, who has needed it. Where Frank Garces has been injured to start the year, we're getting him back now, but it's almost been a little bit of a fill-in role for Rosado, as that pitch is taken low, ball number 3, moves the count to 3-1. And now that you have Garces back, if we can have a little bit of a 1-2 punch, you got to think come the playoffs, that is going to be just a really, really tough assignment for any lineup that's going to have to face them.
Yeah, and the one thing the Baycats lacked in the playoffs was quality starts, and with these 3 guys, Garces, Sano, and Rosado coming in, that's going to bode well for them and deep in the playoffs.
Well, we mentioned how deep this lineup was with Adam Odd in the 7 hole. He gets a chance here with 1 out and 1 runner on after the walk to Ryan Rio. We'll see if he can do something here and maybe send one into the gap and bring home Ryan Rio. I think Ryan Rio could do it, coming first to home on a double here. You know he's got the wheels.
Well,
Ryan Rio, some of the best speed in the IBL, no doubt.
I mean, last year he was calling himself the stolen base king or something.
As that one is hit a long way into the air. A high pop up to the right fielder. That will be caught for out number 2. It brings up Tyler Plumpton as we will be serenaded by the sweet songs of Taylor Swift here.
The catcher, number 44, Tyler
Yeah, and as Plumpton comes to the plate, let's get you the defense for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Ryan Dos Santos in left field, Lucas Alberti in center, Marcus Connect in right, Cole Murchison at first, Dan Marr at second, Jose Vinicio at short with Jonathan Salazzo at third, Dionysius Chieltis behind the plate for Sam Green.
I'm somebody who played baseball a number of years in my life, Sam, and I just got to say, I don't know how they do it. No batting gloves. I mean, the blisters these players must have to deal with must be unbelievable.
You know what, I went a few games when I was younger playing without batting gloves, and I had a bunch of blisters, so I'm with you. I don't know what I'd do without batting gloves.
Well, Plumpton's been making it work so far this year. 278 average, and he's been a very, very welcome presence in the lineup. That one taken inside for strike number 2, 1-2 the count. You see some players when they're in a slump, they maybe move to take off the batting gloves, but Plumpton seems like he's more comfortable with the batting gloves, and you know some players are, and credit to them. As that pitch hits him inside, he'll make a trot down to first base. We'll hope he's okay. It looks like it caught him in maybe on the wrist or shoulder area. As that'll bring up the 9-hitter Carson Burns. He's that short today. And they're going to check on Plumpton over at first base. Looks like he's okay.
Shortstop, number 3, Carson Burns.
Carson Burns looking to get himself started off to a slow start this season, but we know he can do it. He's got an amazing presence over at shortstop. If he can just get that bat going, he just transitions himself into one of the premier bats and players in this Baycats lineup.
Yeah, only batting 163 right now, but that'll average out for him.
He's gotten unlucky a few times. We saw him hit one a long way into the outfield a few nights ago, and if he can just start hitting them into the gaps and maybe get a little bit of luck going his way, could be a tale of 2 seasons for Carson Burns.
Remember he had a long fly ball out to right center field in Guelph, and if you know Hastings Stadium, you know that right center and left center are extremely far away from home plate. And he kind of got a little bit unlucky because that would have left if it were in a bunch of other, I bet you like 6 out of the 9 IBL parks.
Also had a wall scraper here at Vintage Throne Stadium, and that outfield in center field, we have not seen very many players been able to lift it over that fence. Carson Burns almost did it, but again, just getting unlucky. As the 0-2 is grounded over to first base, a terrific diving play over to first, and we mentioned it, Sam, Carson Burns getting unlucky once again. Baycats will have to settle there, and that'll do it in the second inning. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
Moving.ca. For all your moving needs for over 35 years, Moving.ca. The original 2 men who just happen to be small, who make moving stress-free. 2 small men with big hearts moving. We always have a big heart for you at Moving.ca. The only North Barrie Market, your go-to for homemade meals, catering service, and the freshest locally sourced meat. Get ready for an unforgettable barbecue experience with Barrie Best Barbecue coming soon. All at North Barrie Market, 580 Bayfield. The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room, and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers, and go Baycats! From basic to cosmetic dentistry, Smiles on ESSA Dental has all your dental needs covered to knock your oral health out of the park.
Welcome back to Vintage Throne Stadium from some lovely weather for baseball. And wouldn't you know it, it's Christmas in July as we're ready for third inning action.
You ready for another broadcaster jinx? There's no mosquitoes right now.
Yeah, I wonder what's going to happen the rest of the night.
Just you wait.
Sam and I both brought sweaters. We're ready to go. Only thing we're missing is bug spray, which I got to say, there's been a few nights this season where I've been wishing that I had brought some to the park.
Our producer, Brian Backland, has us covered. He's got some bug spray in the back, so should be good here.
Not the first time he's had us covered. Always
what
has
would
our
we do
back.
without Brian Backland?
Brian Backland, the backbone of this entire
and
Baycats
Lucas Fleming
crew.
Back there, helping out. Lucas is actually doing switching tonight. He's on the switcher. So.
That one taken for a strike, and I definitely don't envy the positions of Brian and everyone else who's been in that producing booth this year. It's definitely a tough job. They don't get the credit they deserve, and we're very, very thankful for everyone behind the scenes at our Baycats TV crew.
And you've done that too.
I have.
Remember Game 6 of the IBL Finals last year?
The final game of the year. It was a solo job, and
Brian Backland set you up, and
man, I gotta tell you, Sam, that was maybe the most locked in I've ever been. I cracked a few Red Bulls, and I was just zoned in for about 9 innings. Didn't use the bathroom once. That one is taken for a backwards K, first out of the inning. Frank Garces up to, 3 strikeouts now? 2 away from free fries from McDonald's.
Yeah, you'd be right. 3 strikeouts. I am the official scorer, and I say 3 strikeouts.
Okay. Can you just say 5 so you can get some free fries? Is that something you can do for us?
I think everyone can tell that we're not the normal broadcasters.
I think we're doing a great job so far. Benicio taking all the way for strike number 1.
You don't always... I've honestly only seen Jose Benicio bat righty, twice. And I know he's a switch hitter face. Oh, he came very close to Frank Garces there, but obviously just choking around. Did that spook you a little bit, Dylan?
I was wondering what was going on there for a second, but Benicio just having a laugh there as he makes his way down to first base.
And obviously Frank Garces is not trying to hit Jose Benicio, not just because it brings up the top of the order, but Jose Benicio is one of the fastest runners in this league. And whenever he's on the bases, you better watch out because he is fast.
I would say very confidently the most speed in the IBL is over at first base right now, as that one is popped high into left field. And Nolan Macabrota going to make the catch for out number 2.
And that's what you want to do. You want to just get quick outs. Don't let Jose Benicio time up your rhythm and keep him over there at first and get this inning over before he can beat you on the base paths.
Well, the Baycats are going to try to get out of it here as the 2-hole hitter Dan Mara steps into the plate. And Garces comes set with a runner on first base. Benicio dancing around over there at first. Not going to steal there. Count is 0-1. Another strike there from Garces as he's just been peppering that zone. I've liked what I've been seeing here from Garces so far.
Yeah, the body language from Garces shows that he's not too worried about Vinicio. Obviously, you want to try and still pay a close attention, but you want to focus on the hitter.
That one fired over Karsten Burns at short, and you see the speed from Vinicio. He's going to make it all the way to third, and there will be runners on the corners with 2 away, bringing up the 3-hole hitter Jonathan Salazzo.
The third baseman, number 17, Jonathan Salazzo.
Yeah, not the guy you want up in this situation with 2 runners on. Jonathan Salazzo, big year last year. 14 home runs, 2 shy of the IBL lead. That was Tyler Duncan who had that, was 16. Duncan would win the IBL MVP. We'll see the Cardinals next Wednesday here at Vintage Throne Stadium. That'll be a makeup game.
Well, you mentioned it, Sam. Salazzo off to an awesome start this season, batting a .318 slash with 8 home runs. Grounds up to first base. Ryan Rio, no announcer's jinx there as he makes the play and gets the Baycats out of the inning. We'll see you in the bottom of the third. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
From basic to cosmetic dentistry, Smiles on Essa Dental has all your dental needs covered to knock your oral health out of the park.
Domino's, mix and match any 2 or more pizzas and sides for just $8.99 each. Like when pizza night's more like pizza and lava cakes night, or pasta and stuffed cheesy bread night, or we're gonna need a bigger table night. Mix and match Canada's favorite pizza and more at Domino's.
Hi, I'm Chrissy Fans from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Bottom of the third inning here at the ballpark. Third inning of play is brought to you by Render 3D Quick, the #1 architectural 3D rendering company in Canada, working with thousands of builders, developers, architects, and more. Top of the order here for the Baycats here, Dylan.
Definitely a great opportunity here to score some runs and get the early lead in the third inning. No better way to start it with a Kenise Ejo at bat. And Sam, I don't know if we've mentioned it yet on the broadcast today, but the All-Star game is right around the corner, and we're trying to get our Baycats there. Kenise Ejo, one of the candidates. Sam, how can these fans vote for their players?
Well, as I mark down a called strike for Kenise Ejo here in the bottom of the third inning, you can go to the IBL.ca, or if you're on our website, you can go to barriebaycats.com/vote. Get Kenise Ejo into the All-Star game. As we say hello to our photographer here, Bob Hurley, taking some photos. Thanks, Bob.
The whole Baycats media team working hard today despite the absences, as it's an 0-2 count to Kenise Ejo to start off the inning. Swung on and fouled back. We'll redo at 0-2.
It's actually perfect temperature here at the ballpark. Not a lot of wind, but it's not too hot, not too cold at all. It's very nice out here.
Some perfect weather for baseball, as you see on the screen there. Not too hot, not too cold. And we're going to hope that the bugs stay away as we progress into the later stages of the game. Breaking ball up for a ball. Good take from Kenise Ejo. And they will ready for the 5th pitch of the at-bat.
Yeah, and a good crowd here tonight as well. Christmas in July. I put on the Santa hat earlier today during BP, and I just took it back. You know what? It was fun. Get in that
Swung
festive
on and
spirit.
missed. A good pitch down there from Green, as Noel McGarry-Doyle will take to the bat with one away. Yeah, those Santa hats, they look so cool, Sam, but they always make my head so itchy. I can never wear them for too long.
You know what? I'm the same way, Dylan, but I still toughen it out and I wear a Santa hat. I'm very festive when it comes to the holiday season, and I couldn't pass up on it today.
Yeah, you might be able to get me wearing those in December, but for Christmas in July, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it through all the itchiness. And Noel McGarry-Doyle going to take that first pitch for a ball. 2-0, as I was just making a look over in right field at our new scoreboard out there, our lovely new home of the Baycats scoreboard, to check the pitch count. It is 38 pitches on both sides so far.
Man, I guess I could have gave that to you too, but if you got it right there, you might as well use it, right? What a great new scoreboard we have.
3-0 to McGarry-Doyle, and I don't know if you've noticed this, Sam, but after a ball, McGarry-Doyle strutting a little bit of a Soto shuffle of sorts, a little makeshift Soto shuffle.
You know what? Whatever you want to do, you know? I think to an extent it can be, it's pretty cool, but if you do it too much, it gets annoying for some people. But he's going to take the walk there, so I think it worked.
Yep. I'm a big fan of the Soto shuffle as long as you're not being disrespectful. But he'll go to first base here. Some speed on the bases for the Baycats as Hayden Jaco, possible all-star this year, steps into the right side of the batter's box. Jaco, the third baseman this afternoon. We've seen Jaco all over the place. He's been behind the dish. He's been at first base occasionally. And today he's at third base.
Yeah, Jaco 348 on the season. 2 doubles on the year as well with 3 home runs, 10 RBIs. For the former IBL Rookie of the Year back in 2021 with the London Majors.
That one is popped high into the air. Second baseman moving back on it, and he will make the play for the second out of the inning. You mentioned Hayden Jaco's Rookie of the Year campaign with the London Majors. Had a chance to visit London's ballpark on Canada Day. What a ballpark it is. Have you had the chance to make it out there, Sam?
No, but for the oldest baseball grounds in the world, we're so lucky to have it in this league, and I'm definitely going to try and make it out there at some point, because fans, other than if you're looking for a ballpark to go to other than this place, Vintage Stone Stadium, which we have a beautiful ballpark here at the Barrie Community Sports Complex. But if you're looking to go on the road, London is definitely the place to go. That Memorial Park is a fun one, and it's a huge piece of baseball history.
First pitch, Noel McGarry-Doyle running, and he will be safe. Shortstop Vinicio drops the ball on what was a terrific throw behind the plate. Moves the runner into scoring position here with 2 outs, and Nolan Macabrota at the dish. Yeah, first on your list should be Vintage Stone Stadium. We have a lovely ballpark here in Springwater, Ontario. But I will say, Labatt Park in London, I was blown away, Sam. Just a great park, great day to take into baseball. It was a packed house on Canada Day, and despite the result for the Baycats, I had a lovely time. There was even some post-game fireworks that maybe held up the team bus for a bit, but the team all got out and enjoyed
Fireworks on your nation's birthday are perfect. And also, happy birthday the U.S. today, 4th of July, for all of our American viewers. Ricky Phillips, Baycat, he is actually from just outside of Columbus, Ohio. So if he's got any family watching today, happy 4th of July.
Foul ball there for Macabrota. The count is 1-1 with a runner on second.
And a huge shout out to Matt Hiscox and their team over there in London, Majors TV. They do a great job covering their team as well.
Had the chance to talk with their broadcast crew. Ty White, a good friend of mine. If you're watching, Ty, it was great to see you. As that one is popped up in the air. Catcher going to have a look at it, but that is long gone. And they'll redo at 1-2.
Yeah, that was Dionysius Chialtis behind the plate, giving it a look, but to no avail.
Macabrota in the cleanup spot this afternoon, batting .341 with 3 long balls on the year, 10 RBIs. Looking to grab one more RBI here and give the Baycats an early lead.
Malik Williams on deck.
Taken high for a ball. It is 2-2. Green comes set. The 2-2 pitch. Grounded foul.
Noah Macabrota new to the Baycats this season. Played last year with Trois Rivières in the Frontier League. Teammates with Canisijo, among others.
Very welcome addition this year. The Baycats have definitely enjoyed his prowess in the field and at the dish as well.
Yeah, hitting over .340, tied for the team lead with 3 home runs.
Another foul ball. Keeps the inning alive for the Baycats, looking for a little 2-out rally here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Noel takes his lead at second. Green comes set, and we'll redo at 2-2. Here's the pitch. Fouled off once again as Macabrota refuses to go away.
Yeah, it's the 5th foul ball in this at-bat.
Lots of Baycats fans running out for that foul ball. That one was over the hedge here. I don't know if anybody's finding that one, but...
Dylan, when you can get 5 Baycats bucks, I think you should go and grab it.
Absolutely.
And if you weren't on the mic today, I think I'd see you going to get it.
Well, when I'm not on the mic and I'm taking video, I do try my best to find those foul balls. I'm still searching for the first one of the year because all these young fans at the park are just so quick to find them.
And you better give them to the young ones too, because, man, when a kid gets a foul ball, it's just the best, one of the best things that you can witness at a ball game.
Well, I remember when I was a little bit younger, Sam, that used to be me out here. I would park myself out in the outfield and hope for some home runs. Maybe not the ideal spot to get a ball. You know, you're not going to get too many, maybe none at all in a given game, but definitely fun for those young fans. It's a full count here. Runner will be on the move with 2 away, or not, as that is taken for a ball. We'll put a runner on first and second for Malik Williams, the DH this afternoon. Malik Williams batting .379 with 1 long ball and 11 hits in 29 at-bats. Another player the Baycats are very lucky to have this year. Williams looking to cash in on those 2 runners here as they will meet on the mound with 2 away in the inning.
We're getting word that that will be a mound visit here. Chialtis just trying to calm down Sam Green here in this situation. Dangerous hitter at the plate in Malik Williams, and you just got to focus up. You can't worry too much about the runners. You got to try and make good pitches here to a very dangerous hitter in Williams.
Taken high, 1-0. And you can't pitch around him here because if you look in the on-deck circle, it's number 27. We all know who it is. It's Ryan Rio. Would love to have a chance here with the bases loaded.
Yeah, you were saying Adam Odd batting 7th. Ryan Rio, how about Ryan Rio batting 6th?
Yeah, I don't know if there's many 6 hitters better than Ryan Rio. I'm going to go out on a limb and say there's not.
You might be right.
1-1. Just off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody. But 1-1 to Malik Williams. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. 1-2.
Out of all the road stadiums you've been to, I know you said you love Labatt. What other ballparks do you really like going to on the road?
Well, I'm still looking to check off Chatham, and I'm still looking to check off Guelph on my IBL checklist.
You're going to have to wait till next year for Chatham.
Absolutely.
I know that Ben Davy and Rob Daniels went down there.
I did see that. I've yet to ask them how it was, but it might be quite a while till I'm out in Chatham. Just such a long drive, but I would love to go. Next season for sure. But I think I'll have a chance to visit Guelph here shortly. But to answer your question, Sam, I think that Welland's got a lovely ballpark. As that one's taken low, 2-2. Just an awesome setup they have there. The fan events is really awesome, and
yeah, they do a lot of stuff for the fans.
I would also say that Hamilton is a nice ballpark as well.
Yeah,
got a great broadcast crew as well.
Hamilton's really improved over the last few years in terms of their game day experience, and shout out to Eric Spearin for that. In his second season as owner of the Hamilton Cardinals.
Let's focus in on the game here. We got a full count with 2 on and 2 out.
Man, thanks, Dylan.
As Malik Williams looking to do some damage here. Runners will be on the move. Swung on and fouled down towards the Maple Leafs dugout. We'll definitely come back to that. I'd love to talk IBL stadiums with you, Sam.
Well, we can't get too off topic. We got first and second, 2 outs. Yeah. Big situation here in the ballgame.
Absolutely. If you can't tell, this is Sam and I's first time
together.
Yeah.
Dylan did a few games last year. I've done a few games so far this year, filling in for Ben Davy and Julius Hern.
The 3-2 pitch is fouled off almost right towards us.
You know what, Dylan? That hit the top of our booth and went all the way into the bleachers right in front of the Baycats dugout.
I'd love to have a foul ball tracker, see how many have left the yard behind us this afternoon, because there's been a lot. Lots of fans cashing in those balls for Baycats bucks.
Well, there's been 3 this at-bat, I can tell you that, Dylan.
Nolan Macabrota had a few as well, as the full count pitch is hit again out of the park. This time over in right field behind the hedge. Full count once again, 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We're tied here at 0. Baycats hoping to break the seal and put one on the board as Sam Green comes set for the full count offer. Hit to right field. It is deep. It is playable. And that will be the 3rd out of the inning. Baycats will have to look at least one more inning to find their first of the game. This is Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
From basic to cosmetic dentistry, Smiles on Essa Dental has all your dental needs covered to knock your oral health out of the park. Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May.
And welcome back to Vintage Throne Stadium. Christmas in July once again here at the ballpark. And it is Marcus Connect, the 4-hole hitter in right field this afternoon.
Right fielder number 28, Marcus Connect.
Starting to get a little bit darker here tonight, Sam.
That's not a good sign. That means mosquitoes.
I was just going to say, I'm hoping those mosquitoes stay at bay. We're getting word from our producer, 45 minutes till mosquitoes. That means
45 or 25?
45 minutes till the sweaters come out.
You know what? 20 minutes more without mosquitoes? I love that.
As Garces works an 0-2 count to start off the inning here. And if you're the Baycats and Josh Matlow, you've got to love what you've been seeing here from Garces through 3 innings. As that's a strike in 3 pitches, just blows it by the 4-hole hitter Connect. And that strikeout is brought to you by IMP North. And Sam, we are one away. We are one away from free fries from McDonald's.
Oh boy, I'm excited now.
And a chance to do it here against Ryan Dos Santos, the left fielder.
Lefty on lefty matchup, not a good one for Dos Santos, but can't count any of these Leafs batters out.
That one taken outside for a ball.
They've been underperforming a lot this season, but they're still a dangerous team. All of these teams in this league are dangerous this year. Kitchener is at the bottom of the standings. Can you believe that?
The Baycats saw them in the semifinals of the IBL playoffs last year, had a lot of pop in that lineup, and this year it's just not going their way. I did catch the IBL power rankings posted on Instagram this afternoon. Baycats found themselves dropping from 2 to 3.
I didn't submit power rankings, but I actually put them together now. Did you know that?
I did, and I'd love to hear your rankings.
I didn't submit this week, but Julius Hern actually submitted a power ranking this week.
As that one's grounded up the infield into the outfield for Kanice Ejo. Maple Leafs will have a runner on first with 1 away.
Center fielder number 35, Lucas Alberti.
And Lucas Alberti gets his second chance of the afternoon into the right side of the batter's box. I was going to mention it earlier, but definitely a little bit of game planning from Josh Matlow. A lot of lefty hitters in this Toronto Maple Leafs lineup. You bring the lefty on the mound in Frank Garces, and that's a lot of positive matchups if you're the Baycats. Baycats hoping for a double play here with a runner on first, as that one is grounded to the third baseman Hayden Jaco over to short, and Adam Odd will be late with the throw to first. Baycats will have to settle for a fielder's choice. 2 away in the inning, and one more chance at a possible 5th strikeout for free fries. It's Cole Murchison.
And it's always great when we get the 5th strikeout for the 3rd out of the inning, because that means that we get to announce it right away. So if Garces strikes out Murchison here, you better believe that our PA announcer, Julius Hern, is going to be ready with that strikeout plug.
As that one's taken for strike number 1, our PA announcer, Julius Hern, doing a fantastic job today. A natural up there in the PA booth.
Yeah, I was talking to him earlier, and he was very excited.
Ripped fair on that one, as Noel McGarry-Doyle will pick that ball up in right field. Runner advancing to third. There will be runners on the corners with 2 away. And a great chance here for our first, still searching for our first run of the night.
Catcher number 22, Dionysius Chialtis.
It's Dionysius Chialtis, the catcher, stepping in. Another lefty in the lineup for the Maple Leafs. Lefty on lefty matchup for Frank Garces. And what will the result be? Will it be free fries for all these fans here at the park tonight? Or will the Maple Leafs strike first and take an early lead?
I mean, I'll take a ground out or a fly out too. Whatever gets us out of the inning, right?
Absolutely. Whatever gets us closer to getting into the dugout, as that's 0-1 to Chialtis.
I get to read my 4th inning sponsor a little bit sooner. Love doing those things, you know?
Absolutely. As Garces comes set for the next offer, that one outside for a ball. 1-1 with 2 outs and runners on the corners in this top of the 4th inning here at Vintage Throne Stadium. Not finding the zone there, as it is 2-1. And Chialtis batting just above 100 this season. Looking to add a few more ticks to that batting average right here, as that one is swung on and missed. Will bring the count to 2-2. And Sam, we're one strike away here. It is 2-2. Baycats hoping to get out of a jam and send these fans home with some free fries.
Sometimes, some games we actually have fans chanting fries with 4 strikeouts and 2 strikes, but not right now. We'll see what happens when they find out.
That ball brings the count full, 3-2.
And Cole Murchison will be off on the pitch with a full count and 2 outs.
Lots of anticipation. These fans starting to clap and cheer for this full count offering from Frank Garces. Grounded up the middle, or grounded up the side. Ryan Rio, a little bit of a miscommunication, and he will miss it as Maple Leafs come around to score for the first run of the game. It is 1-0 Toronto. As a little bit of a miscommunication there. Sam, what's that one going to be scored as?
Well, I mean, you got to score that in an infield single. It honestly, Garces not covering, you know, it could be, but we're going to score that a hit because, well, it wasn't.
Because you feel like it.
Yeah. Well,
you know what?
You got to have judgment too.
As the official scorer, Sam, you don't need a reason. Whatever you say goes, and that's good with me. Runners on first and second here with 2 outs. 1 across in the inning as that one's fouled back for another foul ball. It is Jose Vinicio, the speedy shortstop. As Garces comes set for the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. 0-2 as he blows that fastball by him. Grounded up the middle. Carson Burns with the field. Guns it over to first, and it is in time. Burns to Rio. Baycats get out of the inning, but not before one crosses the plate. It is 1-0 Maple Leafs. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend. From basic to cosmetic dentistry, Smiles on Essa Dental has all your dental needs covered to knock your oral health out of the park. BarrieToday.com. Local news, weather, Baycat scores, and more. BarrieToday.com. Your community, your news.
Bottom of the 4th inning here at Vintage Throne Stadium. 4th inning of play is brought to you by Clarkson Bins and Junk Removal, the local service for simple, clean, and reliable disposal bin rental and junk removal services.
Number 27, Ryan Rio.
Baycats come into this bottom of the 4th inning now trailing by a run. They'll look to get it started with Rio, Odd, and Plumpton due up. Little bit of a shift from the Toronto defense here.
Yeah, we don't see shifts a lot in the IBL, but Obviously, Ryan Rio's been in this league for long enough that teams are starting to know the book on him defensively.
Flied high into the air, Left fielder has no problem with that one. One out, which will bring up Adam Odd, the second baseman. Adam Odd looking to get going, still getting his groove this year. Hasn't had too many ABs. Last year, bat a whopping .390 with 6 long balls and 27 RBIs. Baycats would love if he could get on base here and start the inning off. Only one hit tonight for the Baycats. Sam Green has been rolling.
Yeah, a couple hit by pitches, a walk, and only one hit today.
That one is taken for strike number 1. It is 1-1 to Odd with 1 away in the inning. Another one down the middle for strike number 2. And we're going to see Adam Odd change his swing a little bit with 2 strikes. Likes to opt for a little bit of a shorter swing, more contact-based. And you won't argue with success as he's had lots of it in the IBL. That breaking ball outside for ball number 2 moves the count to 2-2.
Yeah, I've noticed that he would choke up on the bat with 2 strikes, and we see some players do that, and I'm personally a fan of it, and we've seen Odd have success with it.
Brings the count full, and I am with you, Sam. I'm also a fan of it, and it's also similar to the batting gloves argument. It's whatever works for you. If Odd believes that changing the swing on 2 strikes works for him, then hey, you can't argue with success. Swung on and missed there as he will run down to first, but that one will be in time. 2 away for Tyler Plumpton.
The catcher, number 44, Tyler Plumpton.
Now personally, I am a huge fan of Plumpton's walk-up song here. Big Swiftie myself. How about you, Sam? You be listening to Taylor Swift a lot?
I'm not big into pop.
No? You got a favorite Taylor Swift song?
No.
Not even one?
No.
Can't name one for me?
No.
As that one is lined into left field, down the foul line, just foul. And what a great rip there from Plumpton, as he'll have to make a long way back to home plate. Baycats would have loved if that could stay fair, and more pop than we usually see from Plumpton.
I think I just saw Julian Valdez in the Leafs bullpen, number 14.
I'm not going to let you get off the hook here easy, Sam. You got to give me one Taylor Swift song before we end the inning here.
Honestly, I don't know any. I'm sorry.
All right. I'm going to stop picking on you as we'll focus on the game at hand here. 0-1 to Tyler Plumpton. That one is hit down the third base line. Throws over to first, is in time. Baycats will walk away with 0 on the board yet again. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
The only North Barrie Market, your go-to for homemade meals, catering service, and the freshest locally sourced meat. Get ready for an unforgettable barbecue experience with Barrie Best Barbecue coming soon. All at North Barrie Market, 580 Bayfield. Moving.ca. For all your moving needs for over 35 years, Moving.ca. The original 2 men who just happen to be small, who make moving stress-free. 2 small men with big hearts moving. We always have a big heart for you at Moving.ca. The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers, and go Baycats! From basic to cosmetic dentistry, Smiles on Essa Dental has all your dental needs covered to knock your oral health out of the park.
It is fifth inning baseball here at Vintage Throne Stadium. The Toronto Maple Leafs up 1-0 on our Barrie Baycats. Frank Garces on the mound for yet another inning of action. 57 pitches through 4 innings thus far. And it's Jordan Castaldo, the DH, top of the order for the Maple Leafs in the top of the 5th inning.
As we mentioned, Castaldo, former Baycat, got traded to the Baycats in the middle of 2013 and was part of the 6 IBL championship winning Barrie Baycat teams.
Toronto coming into this game in 8th place in the IBL standings. Going to want to stay out of that 9 slot, as that's going to be such a detriment to the playoff situation this year, with the top 8 making it and the 9 spot being left out. You take a look at the Baycats, one of 3 teams with an above 600 winning percentage, and then you see at the top of the food chain, it's the Welland Jackfish with a 15-4 record. Just unbelievable, Sam.
I mean, and we mentioned the Hamilton Cardinals as well. They finally ended the Welland Jackfish big winning streak with a 4-3 win on Canada Day in Welland. Luis Bernardo hitting a 9th inning home run off of Ben Abram. The Cardinals would hang on to win that game. They're number 4 in the power rankings.
4 on the power rankings and 5 in the IBL standings coming into this game, as Garces pitches around the zone and sends Castaldo to first base to start off the inning. It's a runner on first and no outs for Dan Mara.
It's definitely not rare to see Castaldo take ball 4. As you mentioned, he is definitely one to take his walks. He's not going to swing the bat if it's a pitch he doesn't like.
Bunting on the first pitch, sends it down the first base line. Garces can't pick it up, and that'll drop in for a hit.
And Garces tried to plead to the umpires that it was foul.
And the home plate umpire is going to say that it went foul, I believe.
Yeah, and that's going to bring one of the Maple Leafs coaches. I believe that's Rob Butler. Well, it doesn't look like Rob Butler, but he's going to have an argument for Don Michelle, the home plate umpire.
Didn't have a great look at it from up here. Garces pleading that he did not touch the ball, and that one rolled
you're
foul.
Right. Yeah, they are going to send him back to home plate after a look at things. Actually, they're going to get together right now.
And it is ruled a foul ball. Baycats catch a break, and it'll be runner on first, and Dan Mara will reset on an 0-1 count. We will see if he squares up again and tries to send one bouncing off the ground and send the runner to second base.
Dan Mara had a base hit to left center his last time up.
He does, and he sends it back to Garces, who will pick it up this time, toss it to first. And Ryan Ray has no problem with that one. It is a sacrifice to start off the inning here. Advances the runner to second for Jonathan Salazzo. Double play is not in order.
And that's what Dan Mara is trying to do, get a runner in scoring position for arguably the Leafs' best hitter in Jonathan Salazzo.
In a low-scoring game thus far, small ball, all you need to add a little insurance. Baycats still looking for their first run of the night. And the pitch outside for a ball. Garces up to 65 pitches on the night. The 1-0. Taken for a strike, and that's 66 pitches now. Really no worries for the Baycats. We've seen Garces get up to a whopping 150 pitches. Don't know if he'll be getting there tonight, but right now he's at 66, and we'll monitor that the rest of the way on our Baycats scoreboard out in right field, and Sam will monitor it by himself, as he's always keeping track of the strikes himself. It's 1-2 to Jonathan Salazzo.
I'd like to say that. Some pitches I actually missed, which is not good, but I'm able to get them back because of our broadcast feed. I'm able to watch them again.
The 1-2 to Salazzo. Plumpton can't come up with it. That'll send it back to the backstop, and the runner advances to third base. Brings the count to 2-2, and fans had a little bit of excitement behind that pitch as Sam and I maybe forgot the Baycats still one strikeout away from those free fries we mentioned earlier. But also important right now is the runner on third base and keeping the ball in front of you at the plate. Tyler Plumpton can't come up with that one.
Baycats just putting the corners in here. I think it's just Ryan Rio, Hayden Jaco in a little bit, and Burns and Odd at pretty much normal depth here. Double play depth.
That one fouled off and out of play. 2-2 to Jonathan Salazzo. One out and a runner on third base. Toronto Maple Leafs playing a little bit of small ball, and so far it seems to be working as Salazzo looks to move that runner one more bag and put another on the board for the Maple Leafs. Swung on and missed. Strikeout from Frank Garces, his fifth of the night. And what does that mean, Sam?
Free fries.
Free fries. So excited we can't even talk. If you've got a ticket and you're at the park tonight, take that ticket over to McDonald's and get yourself a free McDonald's fry.
You know, I mentioned that if we get it to end the inning, that means we can tell you right after the pitch in the stadium, but Julius Hern, our PA announcer, too good. He did it in between batters. He's locked in.
He's been a natural on the PA tonight. Just a terrific job. And I'm sure Baycats fans surely missing him on the mic, but we hope that Sam and I will suffice for tonight. Ben Davy and Julius Hern doing such a great job as a terrific broadcast tandem. A dynamic duo, I will say. And my phone is blowing up right now with free fries text messages. Boy, are those Baycats fans happy. Swung on and missed. Count is 0-2.
And what a big strikeout this would be. You've already got the free fries, but strikeout number 6 might be a big one in a one run game. Can't talk.
You got it out.
Yeah, I got it.
Well, you want to shut down the small ball and get out of the inning here. Is that one taken high for a ball? It is 1-2.
But no, as I was mentioning, this strikeout number 6, if you can get it here in a one-run game, this is big for the Baycats.
Lefty-righty matchup. It is the cleanup hitter Marcus Connect, the right fielder. And a big pitch upcoming here from Frank Garces. Swung on and hit in the air out to left field. Nolan Macabrota can't find it. He's moving back. And Kenise Ejo makes a sliding catch. And what a terrific play. The left fielder, Nolan Macabrota, lost it in the lights. And Kenise Ejo comes in and saves the day. A Superman slide from Ejo, and the Baycats will get out of the inning.
Are you kidding me? What a catch by Kenise Ejo. Wow.
Boy, I thought the Maple Leafs were going to trot one across the plate for sure. But we'll catch up with you later. It's Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie, as we're going to see an instant replay on that one. What a play. Kenise Ejo.
Replay too.
Getting lots of high fives as he enters the dugout. We'll catch you in the bottom of the 5th. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
At Domino's, mix and match any 2 or more pizzas and sides for just $8.99 each. Like when pizza night's more like pizza and lava cakes night, or pasta and stuffed cheesy bread night, or we're gonna need a bigger table night. Mix and match Canada's favorite pizza and more at Domino's.
From basic to cosmetic dentistry, Smiles on Essa Dental has all your dental needs covered to knock your oral health out of the park.
fans from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
Fifth inning of play is brought to you by Phaetrum, aluminum and siding, quality above all else. Baycats looking for their first run of the ball game here in the fifth inning. They've tended to start off pretty slow against Toronto here at Vintage Throne Stadium. You remember in the home opener, it took them until the 8th inning to take their first lead. That was a Canisijo 3-run home run. They would win that game 5-4. New pitcher is Julian Valdez in for Toronto.
Valdez with a 5.87 ERA, and Carson Burns looking to find a little luck here and give the Baycats their second hit of the night and turn the order over to the top for Canisijo, who we just saw at the end of the inning there. What a terrific play, Sam. You and I were both just besides ourselves. Looked like it was going to fall as Nolan Macabrota couldn't catch the ball in the air, and then out comes Ijo just sliding into the play. Came very close to the wall there.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable play by Canisijo.
And if you missed it, you're going to want to rewind the stream because we had a very good look on that on our cameras. So make sure to take a look at that.
Terrific instant replay from our team up in the producer's booth. As we'll focus in on the at-bat here, Carson Burns, Julian Valdez. It is 2-1 in the bottom of the fifth. Baycats looking to get one here and tie up the game. Swung on and grounded foul over towards first base. Valdez has worked 15 innings for the Maple Leafs this season, surrendered 14 runs, and also has struck out 13. A little bit of a dust-off from home plate umpire here, and we'll reset at 2-2 in the bottom of the fifth inning. Swung on and missed, one out. Carson Burns goes down swinging. The order will flip over for Canisijo.
Yeah, and speaking of the great catch, he's right here at the plate, Canisijo.
Well, he can do it in the field. Let's see if he can do it at the dish as well. He's shown some pop earlier in the year. And the Baycats would love if he could send one over the fence. I'm going to make a call. I'm going to make a call here, Sam. He made a catch over there in left field. I'm going to say he pokes one out there right to left field again. This time, the ball goes over the fence.
Oh, he had a swing for it right there, Dylan.
He was swinging for the fence there. Would have made me look like a very smart man, but a little bit behind the pitch. We'll see what the result will be. 0-1 here with one away. Another big swing from Ijo sends the count to 0-2. We saw Ijo go down swinging earlier on. Valdez hoping to make it 2 Ks on the day for Ijo.
Valdez has got some nice zip on his heater today.
That one taken low. Good take there from Ijo. As the fans clapping all around the stadium here in the bottom of the fifth inning, and one out. Canisijo. And Valdez comes set. Big pitch upcoming. Swung on and caught at shortstop. What a great play by Jose Vinicio. 2 away for the right fielder, Noel McGarry Doyle. As PA announcer Julius, Hern, and I just in sync tonight. We'll see if the no batting gloves help him here. Valdez has looked good through 2 batters. The 0-0, taken high for a ball.
I can't believe Santa was in the ballpark today. Great. Not every day do you get Santa Claus at a Barrie Baycats game.
Especially in July, Sam.
I know. It's almost like he knew we were having an event today. Well, he sees everything, you know.
1-1. He definitely does. He's making a list, checking
Question
it twice.
for you, though, Dylan. Favorite Christmas movie?
Now that's a tough one. I don't know if I could pick one. I love Christmas Vacation, Home Alone, Elf. There's so many to choose from. You got to just run through the list there.
Our producer, Brian Backland, says Home Alone. What Home Alone, though? That's the right choice. Brian Backland says the original. Home Alone 1 has got to be the best Home Alone. I also like Elf. Elf's a very good one as well.
1-2 to Noel McGarry Doyle. The pitch from Valdez is taken inside. Valdez wanted the call, doesn't get it. We'll reset it 2-2.
Yeah, just a little bit inside off the plate. He had pretty good height on that one, but just pulled it inside. I'm getting a few text messages saying Santa knows everything, Sam.
Grounded to the right side, through the infield. Second baseman comes up to it, not in time, and Noel McGarry Doyle will make it to first base for the Baycats' second hit of the night. And maybe turning the momentum their way for the third hitter, it's Hayden Jaco.
Yeah, and with Noel McGarry Doyle running up the line, that's going to be an infield single.
We mentioned Vinicio, maybe the fastest runner in the IBL. Noel McGarry Doyle not far behind. And with 2 outs here, maybe a steal situation. If not, a deep hit probably scores Noel McGarry Doyle. Just such a fast runner. Always a threat to go first to home. 2 outs, runner on first. The 0-0 is taken low. Throw back to first base. Not in time. Nice snap throw from Chialtis. 1-0 to Hayden Jaco. In line for an IBL All-Star appearance. As we've mentioned about 200 times tonight. And we're not going to stop. Grounded through the infield and for a hit. Baycats, Noel McGarry Doyle making the turn, going to third base, and he is going to be safe. Jonathan Salazzo couldn't come up with the ball. McGarry Doyle makes it into a third on an aggressive play, and the Baycats are going to have runners on the corners. As we're talking about speed, Baycats trainer Kat just absolutely bolted it out to third base there. I'd love to see the 40 time there, making sure that our players are okay. What a terrific job there, as McGarry Doyle a little shaken up after the slide in there. Looks to be okay, just needs a little bit of a dust off. And that'll set the plate with runners on the corners, 2 outs. Baycats with back-to-back hits for the 4-hole hitter. It's Nolan Macabroda. Macabroda batting .341, has been a terrific bat in the lineup for the Cats this season. You mentioned the slow start, Sam. Well, we're starting to enter the latter half of the game. This is where the Baycats need to turn it around and start sending some across the plate. What better opportunity to do one right here with a runner just 1 bag away. That one taken high for a ball. Fans getting a little rowdy here. They're starting to clap and cheer, and they want Nolan Macabrota to smack in the first run of the night for the Baycats.
Yeah,
Still zeros on the board.
I can tell you, if he hits one over the wall, this place is going to go nuts.
Taken for another ball. It is 2-0.
And a good hitters count for it here.
Good hitters count, and even with a walk, Malik Williams coming up is a similar situation. Another dangerous hitter that surely Julian Valdez does not want to face with the bases loaded. Macabrota looking to do some damage here on a 2-0 count. Taken low, that one called for strike one. Macabrota unfazed, takes a second to gather himself as Valdez will look in for the sign on a 2-1 count. And you mentioned, Sam, if you can hit it over the fence, it'd be great, but doesn't need to. Just needs to poke one over the infielders possibly, and the Baycats will tie up this ball game. That one definitely low. 3-1 here, and a terrific hitter's count to one of the best hitters in this dangerous Baycats lineup.
Yeah, and if Valdez doesn't want to pitch to him here, he's got to face Malik Williams with the bases loaded, and that's not something I think he wants to have happen.
Absolutely, mentioned that moments ago and still remains true. 3-1 to Nolan Macabrota here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Baycats looking to break through and score their first run of the game. Taken low, ball 4. The Baycats will have bases loaded. For the dangerous designated hitter, it is Malik Williams. Comes into tonight batting .379, 29 at-bats, 11 hits, and one long ball on the year. We know he can do one here, as the Maple Leafs wisely using one of those mound visits to talk things over and get some sort of strategic game plan, with Malik Williams looking on with 2 outs and the bases loaded.
And I believe that's Angel Castro, one of the Leafs pitchers, going out there to speak with Julian Valdez. Might be a language barrier between Valdez and maybe manager Rob Butler, or actually the pitching coach Sam Green as well. He's listed as the pitching coach. He was the starter tonight for Toronto. And Castro just going maybe to calm him down, obviously.
Well, it seems like the entire energy in this stadium has just intensified. I can feel a sort of energy behind this at-bat here. When we're looking back in the 8th inning, it could be the at-bat right here that decides it. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's the 0-0. Strike one.
I think I would agree with you, Dylan. If Malik Williams can't come through here, I don't know how many more opportunities the Baycats are going to get. So you really have to try and just get one across at least.
Only one run across thus far. Runs have been very scarce. Need one here, as that one is grounded and foul. That one went right off the leg of Williams. It looked like he's going to limp around the batter's box.
And the home plate umpire signaled it right away, a foul ball.
And that one's got to hurt.
And home plate umpire Don Michel giving him a moment here as he brushes off home plate.
And we hope Williams is okay here. Finds himself down 0-2 as he takes a few practice cuts here. Pitchers count in the bottom of the 5th inning, 2 outs and runners on every bag. It's still 1-0 Maple Leafs. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and hit to center field, but playable. That one's going to be caught, and the Baycats will strand 3. We'll see you in the top of the 6th inning. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May. From basic to cosmetic dentistry, Smiles on Essa Dental has all your dental needs covered to knock your oral health out of the park.
Welcome back to Vintage Throne Stadium. Frank Garces back on the bump for his 6th inning of work. 74 pitches. He's only allowed 1 runner. Looking for a little insurance, couldn't find it in the bottom of the 5. This is the first pitch taken for a strike. Another first pitch strike from Garces. Has to be throwing a high percentage of that. Quick working and a breaking ball. Pitch number 2 is taken for a ball. As Garces working fast here in the top of the 6th inning. The 3rd offering. Swung on and hit into shallow left field for a base hit. The 6th of the night for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs will get the inning started with a runner on first base for Lucas Alberti.
Alberti struck out swinging his first time up and then grounded into a fielder's choice. He scored the only run for the Toronto Maple Leafs this evening.
Well, they played small ball last inning, didn't work out for them. We'll see if there's any thought of putting down a bunt here. And they do. That one sent foul. And despite the Baycats being down right now, Sam, you've loved what you've been seeing from Frank Garces. Comes into tonight 7th in ERA in the IBL, despite not being on the mound too much. In the 2nd spot in the leaders, it's Cesar Rosado, a 1.74 ERA, just terrific. As that breaking ball is swung on and missed way early was Alberti. It's 0-2. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but if Garces and Rosado can act as a 1-2 punch come playoff time, that is just such a boost for a Baycats pitching staff who has needed some help with Garces not being in the lineup. That one flared into center field, just making it past the infield. Toronto starting with 2 runners on, still none out. And that pitch count for Garces creeping up past the 80s now, as there is some action looming in the Baycats bullpen. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up. It is Cole Murchison, the first baseman. Looks like Hillier.
That's Brandon Hillier warming up in the Baycats bullpen. We saw him on Sunday.
Swung on and missed for strike number 1. Pitch number 82 upcoming. Taken. Strike number 2. It is 0-2, and the Baycats are hoping for a strikeout or possibly a double play here, which would be much needed double play. Would get them a huge 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. Strike 3 called. Huge strikeout there, and that strikeout brought to you by IMP North. plan, design, and build. Sam, that strikeout could be the difference in the game later on if we can see a double play or a possible 2 quick outs here.
Yeah, I mean, before he struck out, I was going to mention you can't count out the triple play, but that's no longer in effect. Double play would be nice, though.
We will see if Garces can send one into the infield possibly for a double play. Not on that pitch, though, 1-0.
Dylan, I think the mosquitoes are coming out.
Don't tell me that, Sam. We were doing so good. Runner on the go. No throw from Plumpton. Double play still in order. But runners on the corners as the lead runner goes from second to third base. Maple Leafs one step closer to making this a 2-0 ball game.
I'm a bit surprised that they didn't try a double steal there.
That one fouled off. Possibly a miscommunication there. You don't see that very much where the runner from second will go to third, but the runner on first stays put. I would guess miscommunication on the signs and a mental error over at first. As you were definitely right, Sam, the mosquitoes are coming.
Or maybe they had that planned, I don't know.
The 1-2 from Garces. Swung on and missed. And missed badly by Chialtis.
That's Chialtis' second strikeout tonight.
They got out of a jam last inning. They're 1 out away from getting out of another one here. 2 outs, runners on the corners, and the 9-hitter Jose Vinicio up to the plate.
I think I'm going to put on that sweater soon here, Dylan.
I'm right with you, Sam. I think as soon as this third out is recorded, I'm throwing one on as well. That one fouled back. Caught a stitch on that one.
You know what? Another one very close to the booth.
I think it might be next to impossible to catch one here, but
it would have to be the absolute perfect speed and angle, and I don't know.
That one hit into left. Macabroda has a read on it. Makes the catch for the third out. Baycats get out of another jam. It's still 1-0. We will see you in the bottom of the 6th. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend. From basic to cosmetic dentistry, Smiles on Essa Dental has all your dental needs covered to knock your oral health out of the park. BarrieToday.com. Local news, weather, Baycat scores, and more. BarrieToday.com. Your community, your news.
Sixth inning in play. It's the bottom half of the 6th inning here at the ballpark with the Leafs winning 1-0 over the Baycats. And the 6th inning is brought to you by Moving.ca. 2 small men with big hearts moving, making moving stress-free for over 35 years.
Ryan Rio set to face off against Valdez here, and the Mosquitoes making a late appearance here at the stadium. Sam and I up here in the booth, though, we are unfazed. In the middle of the inning, we doused ourselves with bug spray thanks to our producer, Brian Backland. We threw our sweaters on, and we are just pumped up for some Baycats baseball here. That one grounded to second base for an easy first out of the inning. Adam Odd taking some cuts before he steps into the batter's box. You mentioned the slow starts earlier, Sam. Only down by 1 are the Baycats, but running out of time past the halfway point here. 7 and 8 due up. Got to start making some cuts and putting some runners on here. Stranded the bases loaded a few innings ago, and had to start cashing in on those opportunities. First pitch taken for strike number 1. Good take from Odd. Moves the count to 1-1 as Valdez works his second inning of the night. 27 pitches thus far. Check, swing, and a foul. Just got a stitch on that one. Brings the count to 1-2.
Odd's still trying to find his groove so far this season. Only hitting in the 100s. Definitely not like himself. Guy who batted .390 last year.
As that one is crushed. Right field and deep. That ball is gone. You talked about a slow start, Sam. Adam Odd gets right back on track. A much-needed first run of the ball game as Adam Odd ties this game up at 1. Absolutely clobbered over the right field fence. That one got close to clearing the scoreboard as he throws on the Santa hat and makes his way into the dugout, mauled by his teammates. As the fans here are going crazy, the energy and the momentum, you can feel it shifting. The Baycats are right back in this ball game, and it is all tied up at 1.
This crowd is right back in the ball game here as Adam Odd absolutely demolished that one over the fence. I said right before he hit that home run that he had to get things going. That swing might have helped him.
Well, I was just about to mention, if you're manager Josh Matlow, you have to imagine that 100 average is just, it can be attributed to a small sample size. Adam Odd, not a guy who's going to put up those numbers long term. And we see right there, he's already getting himself back on track. And Sam, I gotta tell you, the energy in this building, the energy up here in the booth between you and I'm ready to go. We're having fun as some bugs may be distracting Plumpton at the plate there. He calls time. Feels like this is a whole new ball game now. You mentioned the Baycats. Takes a little bit of time for them to get going, especially against Toronto. And here we go. We're off and rolling. They've broke the ice. It's Tyler Plumpton, 1-1. We'll see what he can do here as that one is taken for strike number 2.
You know, we do have the Baycats Brew theme cans for the Baycats Brew. What if we made bug spray for the ballpark and had a wrap for that? I
think that would be a great marketing tool. Maybe you can get that started, Sam. I think you'd be selling a lot here. As our producer, Brian Backland, asks, what would you name it,
Yeah,
Sam?
Baycats Bug Killer? I don't know. Yeah, we need something better.
We'll think on and get back to you as Tyler Plumpton prepares for the 2-2 pitch here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Julian Valdez prepares for his 34th pitch of the night. It's 1-1 Baycats. You are watching Baycats TV. And that one is grounded foul to the third base line. I don't know if you saw that, Sam, but Adam Odd coming into the dugout. Usually they have a Baycats chain for all the home run hitters. This time it was a Santa hat. The ones we were talking about earlier, kind of a cool touch for, if you haven't heard, it is Christmas in July at the park tonight.
Always a great night. believe last season it was rained out, so it's great to finally get it back here at the ballpark.
Swung on and fouled. Little deja vu as a similar play to the one just before it.
Yeah, Plumpton's been hacking at that left field line all season long.
A .278 average for Plumpton. Very, very good in the 8-hole, and he's been swinging it very, very nicely so far. We saw him almost send one to the fence as that one's ripped into right, and that one's going to be caught. Another nice cut for Plumpton. Another one that doesn't go his way, and he's going to continue swinging, and hopefully next time it'll go his way. With 2 outs, that brings up the 9-hitter. It's Carson Burns, another player we've been talking about who just hasn't been able to find those holes in the outfield. Hopefully that turns around here, and he can get on base and turn over the order to Kenice Ejo. Valdez nearing 40 pitches out of the bullpen here, only in the 6th inning, and some more arms warming in the Toronto Maple Leafs pen.
Yeah, and still got he's still got some zip on that fastball.
As Carson Burns slices that one right down the third base line, some trouble there over at third. And Carson Burns finds himself on first base. Finally, some luck goes his way. Sam, you're the broadcaster. You're the official scorer today. What are we scoring that one?
Well, Jonathan Salazzo is a great fielding third baseman, and that's uncharacteristic of him, so that's going to be scored an error. He had trouble last game. The Leafs were here in Barrie.
Whether it's an error or a hit, these fans here at Vintage Throne Stadium don't much care, as they've got a runner on first and 2 outs, and the Maple Leafs will talk it over on the mound. Not a hitter you want to see with runners on base if you're the Maple Leafs and Julian Valdez. As Kenice Ejo, a dangerous hitter indeed. The Baycats lineup turns over. As with 2 outs, these fans are cheering. They want Ejo. They want a hit. And we'll see what we get here on an 0-0 count. Boy, Sam, we have just seen Ejo taking some cuts tonight. He's been swinging for the fences, hasn't found one that has been able to connect tonight. But I got a feeling. I made a call last at bat. I said he was going to hit one out. I was unfortunately wrong, but
I'll say it again. I'll say it again if you want. Kenice Ejo as well started off very hot, struggling a little bit as of late, although he did hit a double on Monday in London.
You just have a feeling he's going to connect on one of these, and a lot of these fans are going to be up and cheering in a second here. 1-1 to Kenice Ejo, 2 outs and a runner on first base. Could be a huge at-bat.
For the sake of our entertainment, I'd love to see it.
The 1-1 from Valdez. Runner on the run. That one is in there, but not in time. Carson Burns with a stolen base. He moves up to second. And with the runner in scoring position here, you got to think that any hit will score Burns.
Give the Baycats the lead as well.
And that is the 4th stolen base of the year for Carson Burns. Some sneaky speed over there from the shortstop. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Another nice cut from Ejo. Couldn't connect, however. He's got one more try here. He's batting close to 400. All he needs is a hit here, and these Baycats will take the lead. We'll see what we get on a 2-2 count here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Taken low, the count moves to full.
Although we've seen a pitcher's duel so far in this game, the Baycats are definitely making the Maple Leafs throw them a lot of pitches.
Swung on and missed, but the catcher drops the ball. Ejo is off and running, and he's going to make it to first base. Throw back to third, and he is out. Carson Burns caught rounding the base a little too much, and a heads-up play by the catcher ends the inning. And we will see you in the top of the 7th. It's still 1-1. You are watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
Hi, I'm Christy Fans from 400 Chrysler and Barrie Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This year, we are the community partners of the Barrie Baycats. Community is near and dear to our hearts here at the dealerships and one of our core values, so we can support local and shop local.
The only North Barrie Market, your go-to for homemade meals, catering service, and the freshest locally sourced meat. Get ready for an unforgettable barbecue experience with Barrie Best Barbecue coming soon. All at North Barrie Market, 580 Bayfield. Moving.ca. For all your moving needs for over 35 years, Moving.ca. The original two men who just happen to be small, who make moving stress-free. Two small men with big hearts moving. We always have a big heart for you at Moving.ca. From basic to cosmetic dentistry, Smiles on Essa Dental has all your dental needs covered to knock your oral health out of the park.
And welcome back to Baycats Baseball. If you're just joining us, it's been a pitcher's duel thus far, 1-1 in the top of the 7th inning. Baycats making a pitching change here. Brandon Hillier out for his first inning of work. Frank Garces goes 6 innings. And for Hillier, the 9-year IBL veteran looking to get on track here after a few rough outings.
He started off pretty strong for the Baycats this season, but trying to rebound after a few not so good outings.
Starts off the count with a strike.
And the biggest problem with Brandon Hillier is his ability to find the strike zone. So if you can find that back and just start pounding in as many strikes as you can.
That one hit out to center and caught by Kenise Ejo. And boy, we mentioned that long way out to center field earlier. I think a lot of these fans here, including myself, thought that ball was gone. But Kenise Ejo, so much range out in center field, and one out here in the top of the 7th inning.
Yeah, I did too. I kind of gave a oh as soon as he hit it.
Ejo's been getting a lot of work out there in center, and there's a reason he's in the primary outfield position. If they were giving out Gold Glove awards in the IBL, I think Kenise Ejo would have a very, very strong case for the award. Maybe even a Platinum Glove. Just terrific out there. Never makes many mistakes.
Second team All-Star as a outfielder last year.
And you mentioned the control issues for Hillier. Completely agree, Sam. But so far, he's thrown 4 strikes, and it is 0-2 to Dan Marr, the 2-hitter.
Really good sign.
That one, tough call there. Hillier doesn't like it, but they'll reset 1-2.
Getting word that Brad Grieveson is warming up in the Baycats bullpen.
Called strike 3 for a backwards K. Hillier up two up, two down. And one away from getting us to the bottom of the seventh. That strikeout brought to you by IMP North Plan, Design, Build. Mentioned Brad Grieveson warming up in the Baycats bullpen. But Hilliard not looking to lead this game just yet. He's looked good through two batters. That one hit into center field. Ejo has a read on it, and he's got it. Just solid out there in center is Kanice Ejo. We'll see you at bottom seven. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
From basic to cosmetic dentistry, Smiles on ESSA Dental has all your dental needs covered to knock your oral health out of the park. The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers and go Baycats!
Domino's, mix and match any two or more pizzas and sides for just $8.99 each. Like when pizza night's more like pizza and lava cakes night, or pasta and stuffed cheesy bread night, or we're gonna need a bigger table night. Mix and match Canada's favorite pizza and more at Domino's.
Bottom of the seventh inning here at Vintage Throne Stadium in a tie ball game between the Barrie Baycats and the Toronto Maple Leafs. The seventh inning of play is brought to you by Psycho Solutions. Full automated service from headlight to tailpipe. Noel McGarry-Doyle leads things off for the Baycats.
What a nice addition Noel McGarry-Doyle has been midway through the year, making his return to the Baycats lineup. First pitch, and that's going to hit him. McGarry-Doyle taking a frustrated walk down to first base. But the Baycats will start with a runner on first. And Julius Hern just piping those vocal cords for Hayden Jaco. Doing a great job on PAs, Julius Hern tonight I should say. And he's going to step into the batter's box with a runner on first base, none away. And a great chance to add some runs onto the tally for the Baycats. Throw back after a ball, not in time. Noel McGarry-Doyle, so much speed over there at first base.
Both teams' fan base getting into it today.
We'll leave it at that. Some
Yeah.
loud cheers from the crowd.
If you heard it, you heard it. And if you didn't, well, it's all right.
Possibly hear some more of that later on this inning. That ball taken for a strike. It's 1-1. You got Hayden Jaco, you got Maca Broda, and then you have Malik Williams. if you're the Baycats and you're looking to take the lead, I can't think of a better 3 hitters due up.
Middle of the order.
That pitch gets by the catcher, Noel McGarry-Doyle off, and he will make it to second easily. Force play is not in effect any longer. And if you're the Baycats, maybe a little bit of small ball becomes the strategy with a runner on second and no away. Only 2 runs thus far in the bottom of the 7th inning. You got to think that runs this late in the game going to be very, very important. Jaco bunting, but that ball gets by him. 2-2.
2-2 count, runner on second. Arguably your best hitter at the plate. This is a big spot for the Baycats.
Jaco, a very confident 2-strike hitter, has only struck out 4 times this year. Don't want to jinx it there. We'll see. That one is sliced and past the shortstop, Vinicio. As Jaco makes his way to first base, runners on the corners. And another one of those Hayden Jaco at-bats. Keeps the at-bat alive, doesn't strike out, and makes hard contact. That time it makes it almost past the shortstop. Hayden Jaco at first base. It's runner on the corners for Nolan Macabroda, and the Maple Leafs are going to wisely talk it over here. Once again, 0 outs for the Maple Leafs as the entire infield is going to bring it in here.
Full Maple Leafs infield at the mound here. Talking to Greg Carrington alongside manager Rob Butler, and home plate umpire Don Michelle is going to go out there and break things up. Not before Rob Butler breaks it up himself. He'll head back to the dugout, and we'll get the at-bat here for Nolan Macabroda.
Macabroda, the left fielder, batting close to .350 coming into this ball game tonight. 10 RBIs, looking for 11 and possibly more.
Macabroda from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Jaco from BC. Got a few provinces represented on this Baycats roster.
Indeed, as the Saskatoon native will look for a pitch he likes here. He grounds one to second base, over to second for the out, and tosses to one for a double play. But all the Baycats care about is that run that crossed the plate, which means the Baycats now lead 2-1. As with 2 outs, Malik Williams will get another chance here. And if you're the Baycats, Sam, you'll take that every time. Sure, you ground into a double play, but that run crosses the plate, and you now find yourself up by a run.
You know, actually, normally you wouldn't take that because it's one of your best hitters, but Dylan, I do agree, in this close game, runs are hard to come by. And you got one here, you got a 2-1 lead.
And the inning's not over. Malik Williams can do some damage. Ryan Rio and Adam Odd next in the lineup. We already saw Adam Odd. He can definitely do some damage, as he did earlier on. Sent one over the right field fence for a home run. That pitch fouled off by Williams.
Very close to the light pole over there.
Yeah, you see one hit the lights every once in a while, and then everybody's got to watch out because that ball is coming right back in the same direction it came.
Our broadcast booth is right next to the front entrance of the stadium, and there is a flood of kids that just booked it right out of this place, trying to get that foul ball. 5 Baycats bucks.
Well, I wonder how the race for the home run ball went. You know what, Sam? They might not have even gotten to that ball. It was hit so hard and so high. might have went right out of this stadium and past the trees.
Would not be surprised at all.
That is a high pitch and sent very high back behind the stands for another foul ball. 2-2 to Malik Williams, the DH tonight. And they will reset with the bases empty. Grounded out to second base. Dan Mara throws it to first. It is in time, and the inning is over. But not before the Baycats send one across the plate. It's 2-1 Barrie. We will see you in the top of the 8th. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
The Collingwood Brewery at 10 Sanford Fleming, producing delicious lagers, ales, and seltzers since 2014. The proud home of the Baycats Brew. Check out their retail shop and tap room, and select products at the LCBO, beer store, and grocery stores. Cheers, and go Baycats! From basic to cosmetic dentistry, Smiles on Essa Dental has all your dental needs covered to knock your oral health out of the park. Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May. Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend.
Welcome back to Baycats baseball in this top of the 8th inning. Brandon Hillier out for his second inning of work. The Baycats in their last 10 games sporting a 5-5 record, but you mentioned it, Sam, in their last 9 against Toronto, Baycats are 9-0. They've had Toronto's number, and they're hoping to make it 10 in a row here against the Maple Leafs.
It's always great when you have one of your biggest rivals in the league. It's great when you have their number.
Hillier finds the zone there, moves the count to 2-1 to Marcus Connect. And that one fouled off. 2-2. Fans cheering on their pitcher for the 2-2 pitch here in the 8th. Sent down the left field line, but foul.
We've seen a lot of hard-hit foul balls in this game.
A lot of hard-hit foul balls and a lot of foul balls in general. It seems like a lot more than your average Baycats game. And if a lot of those balls have just trailed a little bit towards center, a little bit more, could have had a lot more hits on the board tonight. That one hit right back almost over the fence and almost towards us, but that net saving us from a foul ball in our direction once again.
Yeah, I think that would have been right to me.
right into my hand, as I would have made a spectacular catch
I hope so, because
For
I
the
wasn't
out.
catching that.
for the first out of the inning. The 2-2 pitch from Hillier, swung on and missed. And Hillier has looked fabulous out of the pen. Vintage Brandon Hillier here as Ryan Dos Santos steps into the box. That strikeout brought to you by IMP North. And if you're the Baycats, you're 5 outs away from sending these fans home happy. You have Brad Grieveson warming up in the pen, and Hillier looking for 2 more outs to take this to the bottom of the 8th inning. Inside, strike 1 on a fastball. That one sliced down the left field line and way out of play.
0-2 count here.
You mentioned the control issues from Hillier. None here thus far. Finds himself in a pitcher's count on the 0-2. That one taken for another backwards K. DeSantos doesn't like it. But 2 up, 2 down, and 2 strikeouts for Brandon Hillier.
The center fielder, number 35,
Lucas Alberti into the box. And Hillier has been absolutely dealing so far. You love what you've seen if you're manager Josh Matlow. And you see what can happen when Hillier is just peppering the zone like he is right now. Another swing and a miss, and he is just dealing right now. Brandon Hillier out of the pen, back-to-back strikeouts.
A big confidence builder, too, for Brandon Hillier. Coming off a couple not-so-good outings, but definitely a great rebound performance so far.
That one just outside brings the count to 1-1. But Hillier has great stuff, and when he's finding the zone like he is tonight, hard to hit for sure. That one grounded foul to the left side once again, and he's 1 strike away. Fans getting into it here in the top of the 8th inning. And called a swing and a miss. The throw over to first base, and that's going to be 3 up, 3 down. The batter, Alberti, not liking the call. It doesn't matter. Hillier walking back towards the dugout. It's 3 up, 3 down, and 3 strikeouts.
Hold on a second here. We're gonna have a little discussion here between the 3 umpires.
Alberti was definitely confused with the call, definitely didn't think that he had gone, and we're going to get a call here from the umpires.
Still, I think, waiting for a call, although with Rob Butler arguing that
For the Maple Leafs in the 8th inning, no runs.
Inning is over. Much to the chagrin of the Toronto bullpen, does not like the call. We're going to take a break and be back in the bottom of the 8th inning. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
Fans, we have the results of our
From basic to cosmetic dentistry, Smiles on Essa Dental has all your dental needs covered to knock your oral health out of the park. The only North Barrie Market, your go-to for homemade meals, catering service, and the freshest locally sourced meat. Get ready for an unforgettable barbecue experience with Barrie Best Barbecue coming soon. All at North Barrie Market, 580 Bayfield. BarrieToday.com. Local news, weather, Baycat scores, and more. BarrieToday.com. Your community, your news.
Bottom of the 8th inning here at Vintage Throne Stadium. 8th inning of play is brought to you by United Way Simcoe Muskoka, making poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit uwsimcoemuskoka.ca.
New pitcher for the Maple Leafs, and it's Dustin Richardson. He's worked 5 2/3 innings for the Maple Leafs and has yet to allow an earned run. 1 win and 2 saves on the year.
He is the Maple Leafs closer, and obviously in a hold situation here, bottom of the 8th inning, if you can hold the Baycats here, you got your bats right back it up. 3 outs to go for the Maple Leafs.
Well, the first 2 batters of the inning, both lefties, and Ryan Rio and Adam Odd. That one ripped up the middle. The shift comes in handy, but the shortstop can't come up with it. And Ryan Rio starts off the inning at first base. You shifted the infielders, you played the positions exactly, and it still doesn't work out for you. I'm confident to say that one's going to be ruled an error. Am I correct, Sam?
Well, actually, with Benicio moving over, it's bang bang, right? So we had that play with Benicio earlier where Jaco hit it right to him. That one's going to be scored a base hit.
And we have a pinch runner for Ryan Rio as Brad McQuinn now into the game. Swing and a miss on the first offering. Adam Odd broke this game open for the Baycats with a massive home run over to right field. Swinging for the fences on pitch number 1. We'll see what the result is here on an 0-1 pitch. Check swing. Umpire says he went. Count moves to 0-2. And Adam Odd going to choke up a little bit for the 3rd pitch of the at-bat. Swung on and missed. Adam Odd goes down for the first out of the inning. Brings up Tyler Plumpton. And with speed on first base, you're hoping that Plumpton can find a gap. Has had some nice swings, one to left field, one to right field, neither of them going his way. We'll see if he can straighten that swing out a little more and send one a little more center field. And find himself in the hit column here in the 8th inning. Shows bunt, pulls back, and a throw over to first base, not in time. Brad McQuinn back in there safely.
Definitely would be nice if the Baycats can add on 1 or 2 insurance runs.
Richardson.
No lead is safe in this matchup between Toronto and Barrie.
That pitch outside for a ball, I believe, on the bunt. First base umpire said that he went. I believe the count is 1-1. Runner going. Plumpton hits it through the gap and finds some outfield grass. McQuinn over to third. The hit and run works to perfection. Baycats have runners on the corners with one away. And here comes Carson Burns.
The shortstop, number 3, Carson Burns.
You mentioned how important it would be to grab some insurance runs if you're the Baycats, Sam. And if you're Carson Burns looking to stay out of the double play, if you can hit one a long way, he has speed on third base, and Brad McQuinn, the pinch runner, proves to be successful. And how great would that be, adding another run in an already low-scoring game going into just at the top of the ninth inning?
I mean, yeah. All Burns has to do is just get one in the outfield, and obviously against a tough lefty in Richardson, that's not going to be easy, but just got to find a way.
Absolutely. Easier said than done against Dustin Richardson. But Burns going to do his best here on an 0-1 count, one away, and runners on the corners here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Taken, strike 2. And if you're Carson Burns, even if you strike out here, you can see in the on-deck circle, it's the ever-dangerous Kenise Ejo, always able to do some damage. The 0-2 is swung on and missed. 2 strikes for the Maple Leafs. And as we mentioned, that brings in Ejo. 2 outs, runners on the corners. Baycats lead by 1. It's Christmas in July here at Vintage Throne Stadium.
Yeah, I mean, Ejo reached base on a drop third strike, but that didn't end up being costly for the Leafs as they were able to pick off a runner at third. So he's looking to make an impact on this game, and what a better time to do that. Remember, he hit that 3-run home run in the 8th inning on a home opener.
That's right, he sent one over the fence and completed the comeback on opening night here. And Kenise Ejo's been swinging for the fences every at-bat he's had here tonight. Yet to connect, but would be the best opportunity of the night here with 2 runners on. But going to be tough to do it against a good arm here in Richardson. Here is the 0-1 pitch. Taken for a strike. Maple Leafs are 1 out away from getting out of it.
We've had both sides have some little arguments with the strike zone, but it's been consistent the whole night from Don Michel.
You can't argue with consistency. You're exactly right, Sam. And we'll see if Ejo can stay consistent and hit one into the gap here. Taken high, a good take for a ball. 1-2 is the count.
That fastball had a ton of velocity on it, but missed upstairs.
Fans cheering on their leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 8th inning. That pitch taken for strike 3. And the Baycats will look for 3 outs in the top of the 9th inning and send these fans home happy. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
From basic to cosmetic dentistry, Smiles on ESSA Dental has all your dental needs covered to knock your oral health out of the park.
Top of the ninth inning, Baycats 3 outs away from the win. They have a 2-1 lead. Ninth inning of play is brought to you by United Way Simcoe Muskoka, making poverty unignorable. To learn how you can help, you can visit uwsimcoemuskoka.ca. Couple defensive substitutions. Brad McQuinn, who pinch ran for Ryan Rio. He's now left. Nolan Macabrota moves over to first base, and Brad Grievison's on the mound.
Brad Grieveson looking to get back on track. Similar situation to Brandon Hillier. Last year, Grieveson sported a sub-4 ERA. This year, nearing a 14 ERA. Finds the zone there on back-to-back pitches, 0-2 count, and Brad Grieveson looking to close the door for the Cats here.
7-8-9, you'd like to keep it that way. You don't want to face the top of the order in a close game.
You're absolutely right, Sam. So crucial to not have that order flip over. 0-2 count here. Brad Grieveson, one of the best changeups in the IBL. We'll see what he's got in store for Cole Murchison here. High fastball taken for a ball. That one hit to shortstop. No chance for Carson Burns, and the inning will start with a single.
Yeah, horns are automatic in all the videos that way. I try to make it that way.
Double play is in order.
Number 22, Dionysius Chialtis.
No outs for Chialtis, the catcher.
Do not let him score, guys. I'm going to be ready to go to second with number 7. He goes.
The pitch from Grieveson, bunting, and Jaco in to play it, grabs it, throws it over, and what a play from Hayden Jaco for 1 out. But the runner advances to second. Some more small ball from the Maple Leafs. We've seen that all night tonight. And with 1 out, runner on second, and pinch hitting for Jose Vinicio, it's Charlie Towers.
Charlie Towers with his first stop out of the game, pinch hitting for Jose Vinicio. Cole Murchison now at second base after the 5-3 put out by Hayden Jaco.
That one grounded back to third base. Hayden Jaco, an amazing pick, throws over to first, and Hayden Jaco willing the Baycats through this inning. Back-to-back plays over to third, and back-to-back putouts for Hayden Jaco. It's 2 outs, top of the ninth. The Baycats 1 out away, but the lineup flips over, and in
it's all going to
steps
come down to Jordan Castaldo.
Jordan Castaldo, designated with hitter's duties tonight. And the Baycats hoping to get a ground ball.
By the way, that Jaco hard hit to Jose Vinicio a few innings ago, that has been changed to a base hit.
Very dangerous hitter.
Got to be careful with Castaldo.
Indeed you do.
That pitch down the middle for a strike.
Brad's always talking about his command and how he can locate his pitches to make him so effective. He's got to find a way here to just throw strikes, but you can't leave one in the middle to Castaldo.
That breaking ball high for a ball. It is 1-1. Brad Grieveson not wanting to leave one over the plate, and for good reason with Jordan Castaldo.
You also don't want to walk him.
Dan Mara on deck.
You do have a base open, but I don't think Grieveson wants to take that right now.
The 1-1. A very close pitch from Brad Grieveson. Fans don't like the call.
Yeah, tough call there, but that's going to happen. And if you're Grieveson, you just got to find a way to ignore it or just move on to it and move on from it.
Move on.
Yep.
Move on.
Got to have a short memory.
Definitely do.
That one swung on and missed. Terrific pitch from Grieveson. And these fans getting loud because they know They're one strike away.
Man, listen to this place, Dylan. One strike away.
Fans on their feet. Infielders on their toes. And Brad Grieveson comes set for the 2-2 offering here in the top of the ninth inning.
Oh, and just missed there.
Boy, a tough call. Grieveson not going to get off easy here. It's a full count to Castaldo.
Tense
And
situation here at the ballpark.
no matter the outcome of this pitch, it'll be monumental for one of the teams here. Full count offering. And it's taken for a ball. Castaldo makes his way down to first base.
Second baseman, number 6, Dan Mara.
Fresh count here, 0-0. Runner on first and second with 2 outs. Forces on all 3 bases here. Infielders will be taking it to the closest bag for sure. Just keep the ball in front of you and keep it simple. The first pitch is low for a ball. It's 1-0. You mentioned the command, and Grieveson priding himself on that. Hasn't necessarily been wild. He's been nibbling around the zone, hasn't been getting the calls, but you're not worried about the command and walking Dan Mara here if you're Josh Mallow, if you're Brad Grieveson, if you're any of the Baycats here, as that pitch evens the count at 1. Beautiful pitch on the outside corner.
Close moment here in the ball game.
Low for a strike. 1-2.
You got to go right back to that. If you're Grieveson, you're getting the call there. Mara seems like he doesn't want it.
Pitcher's count, I say keep it low and keep it outside. We'll see here on the 1-2. Swung on, hit to second base. Adam Odd gobbles it up and throws it to second. It's a Baycats win. And what a game it was. Another comeback win for the Cats. And the Baycats move to 10-0 in their last 10 meetings with the Toronto Maple Leafs. We'll see you Saturday for more Baycats baseball. I'm Dylan Quinn, joined with Sam McCoy, Julius Hern on the PA, Brian Backland in the producer's booth. It's Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.